You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. The White House has announced on Monday that President Joe Biden will play a host in a special summit between the United States and the leaders of the Southeast Asian nations on the 28th to 29th of March in Washington, D.C. EAC News reporter Darshana Guchin has more.
The summit, which is part of U.S. efforts to step up engagement with a region Washington sees as critical to its efforts to push back against China's growing power, was initially planned to be held earlier in the year, but scheduling was delayed by COVID-19 concerns. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki has said the ASEAN summit will commemorate 45 years of U.S. ASEAN relations. She said, "It is a top priority for the Biden-Harris administration to serve as a strong, reliable partner and to strengthen an empowered and unified ASEAN to address the challenges of our time," when announcing the news of the summit. On a visit to Malaysia in December, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said the 10-member ASEAN bloc was essential to the architecture of the Indo-Pacific region. He also mentioned that the summit was expected to discuss the crisis caused by last year's military takeover in Myanmar and issues such as pandemic recovery, climate change, investment, and infrastructure. The Biden administration has declared the Indo-Pacific and competition with China its principal foreign policy focus, which it is keen to maintain despite the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Biden joined ASEAN leaders in a virtual summit in October, which was the first time in 4 years Washington had engaged at top level with the ASEAN bloc. President Biden has pledged to stand with ASEAN in defending freedom of the seas and democracy, and has said Washington would start talks on developing a regional economic framework, something critics say U.S.-Asia strategy has lacked since his predecessor Donald Trump quit a regional trade pact. The Biden administration announced a 12-page strategy for the Indo-Pacific in early February, in which it vowed to commit more diplomatic and security resources to the region to counter what it sees as China's bid to create a regional sphere of influence and become the world's most influential power.